bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Oh my, let's just did breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
No bullshit.
Hey, Luke, listen, man, get off the fucking internet looking at your stock market trades, would you?
Hey, he's looking at hours. Let him look.
This guy's on that shit 24 hours a day. Welcome to No Bullshit News Hour, broadcasting live downtown Detroit at the American Coney Island, where Luke Nowacki helped me give away 100 cases of beer last week. That was great, wasn't it, Luke?
It was great.
Wasn't that a great feeling? Who'd we have? Doctors,
nurses. We had county, local. Had the guys who picked up one lung pork tuck.
Oh, wow.
Coppers. We had everybody. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So anyway, what was it? Monday? Did we scrub this place clean? So Tuesday, because that's what they do at American Coney Island, they're preparing to open next Friday, 11 to 3 for carry out only, you know.
Good.
We scrubbed the ceilings. Luke was here scrubbing grease off of ceiling tiles.
Wow.
That's how we do on the No Bullshit News Hour.
Nice.
Good times always.
You actually work, dude. So go ahead, do the quick No Bullshit News Hour live brought to you by American Coney Island.
Oh, American Coney Island, the original Coney Island, the one and only. Don't go to Lafayette. No one was in there. No one was in there cleaning. Stay away from that place. The grease is still there. It's like solid. It's a brick.
There's a big pot of grease in the front of the store. They got a board over it.
I love that this is becoming a
Am I lying here?
Not lying. I can see it. You can look in there. Yeah.
And we're scrubbing ceiling tiles.
We're scrubbing ceiling tiles.
I mean, the floor's not even a question here. We're cleaning the fucking ceiling.
So you guys are heroes too.
The original. Dog snap when you bite them. Mustard. Vidalia onions and homemade chili recipe. Original.
Yeah, it's the original. It really is. And you know what? I sent one out to Oakland, California. I got a professional buddy out there, does radio, does TV. I said, I'm sending you a box. Go feed the homeless. So we'll have that report for you next week because we're trying to feed the world here and give some beer to some people because you've earned it. Right, Luke? Now, absolutely. Luke and I are scrubbing the ceiling. Here's the deal. Oh, look at that view, by the way, back there. I'm sorry if you're listening to the podcast and you can't see it, but behind me is downtown Detroit. It's beautiful. This is the best spot to eat in the city.
I actually saw some people walking behind you, too. So there's some people out and about.
No. Well, when I used to see that garbage can, can you see it? Well, it's all below now, but that garbage can right there.
I can see it. Yep.
I used to film down here when I worked at the Detroit News, a current event show called Hold the Onions. And you'd have all the power players in this corner. And I loved it because like the bums and shit would be going through the fucking garbage can. Well, Monica Conyers is stuffed in her face with a fucking hot dog. You can't beat it. So anyway, we haven't really done it. Hey, Luke, right? But we're sitting here scrubbing the tiles. Mm-hmm. We haven't done a COVID show. And Luke and I were talking statistical analysis. Now, Luke, you believe COVID's a hoax kind of, don't you? I just don't get, I don't understand how the response, and initially I get it. I mean, it was a scary thing. We're supposed to have 7 million in Michigan infected, 1 million hospitalized, what we were originally told. And then the numbers just didn't play out. So I'm more confused than anything. I don't think the numbers correlate to the response to what we expected. Well, to what we did to the economy.
Yeah.
All right. So I said, fine. Here's what I think. This is a very sticky virus. This thing spreads like no virus we've ever known. I don't know how deadly it is. I don't know how sick it makes you, right? But we're all counting the same data across the country. And my point was, and then we started going back and forth, let's do it today. Let's do it live. Let's do a statistical analysis together. There's no fucking way that you could say our response in Michigan was good. Whitmer should not be applauded. Duggan should not be applauded. It's a complete and abject fucking failure is what it is. If you just want to look at those numbers. So today, let's start with this. Detroit has 1,200 deaths, population of 660,000 people. That's 170 deaths per 100,000 people.
Okay.
What is New York's? New York City, epicenter. What is New York? Google it up in there, bro. No, he's got spreadsheets. He's a nut.
I love that hand cam.
Look at that hand.
For those
Those are
listening to
man
camera.
hands.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one that's been broken and dislocated.
By the way, you've been, what have you been eating lately? Your hair? Luke's been eating his hair. He's put on a couple of pounds
Pretty much.
during this coat.
So we want
A couple of pounds of beard too.
Oh, and then
I want deaths per
away.
capita for New York City. Don't write it down. Get in the fucking computer.
I'm going.
Deaths per capita.
All right, we got 12,000 total. 8.7 million.
8.3 million. Here's the answer. New York City's death rate from COVID is 170 per 100,000. Detroit City's is 170 for every 100,000. They're equal. Equal. What was good in that? Here's another one. Detroit has more deaths than the entire state of Texas. Detroit's death rate is the same as New York City's. Michigan is what? In aggregate death?
Aggregate, fourth in aggregate.
Fourth. We're fourth in the country.
We just got passed by Massachusetts.
Just got passed by Massachusetts. We're number 4 in total cases.
Total cases.
Okay, so let's take the epicenter, Sussex County, Massachusetts, Boston. What's the population of Boston?
600.
600 and, okay, so we're seeing if this works.
694,583.
Okay, 700,000. Detroit's is 660,000.
Yeah.
About the same, right?
Yep.
What is the, what do you call that? People living together, the
Population density.
density. Yeah, what's the population density of Boston?
Did we look it up? 14,000?
14,000 per square mile. The population density of Detroit is about 4,700. It's about 3 times less in Detroit. How many deaths in Boston? More people living on top of each other in the epicenter, living on the seaboard, driving up and down I-95 now, not living on a peninsula in the Great Lakes where it fucking snowed today. Nobody came here to sit on the beaches. They went to Florida. There's a peninsula where you sit on the beaches. You dropped out? I dropped out. Your internet dropped out?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
He's back. Don't worry about
back
it.
now.
You're looking at me, Luke. This is TV here. Look at me.
Yes, sir. 449 deaths.
449 deaths in Boston with 700,000 people in a state that just took us over, where 3 times as many people living on top of each other. How many deaths in Detroit? 1,200.
So
What did we do right here, Fellhauer?
Well, or what did Boston do right? Is it better access, better hospitals, people that maybe listen better and didn't go out to spread it around?
Or maybe a comprehensive response. Perhaps that was it.
Well, I think that's
Was
kind
their
of how we're leaning
what was their
here.
testing like? That's something that we've not had here consistently. I mean, it's been haphazard.
Sorry, Karen, but the mayor is saying it was a great success as testing. The question is, so once you test, okay, you know you don't have it today. What about tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody getting tested every day? Or did we test some people and pull them out and that stopped the spread? Well, obviously it spread way worse than Boston. So I don't know about testing. I would submit this. This is where Luke and I were going. We want to take a state that looks like Michigan. So we settled on Georgia. Okay. Large African-American city.
Yep.
Big urban core in Atlanta, Fulton County, same population statewide, about the same landmass. Is that right, Luke?
Pretty close.
So what's up with Georgia?
Georgia's got a population of 10.6 million people. Michigan's just over 10. So they're
about the same, more or less.
106%. Yep.
Okay.
Cases total as of this morning, according to Johns Hopkins, 31,633 in Georgia.
31,000 cases in Georgia. How many in Michigan?
45,745.
45,000. So we've got like 14,000 more cases than Georgia. And that knucklehead governor opened the beach. Remember, we're all screaming at him?
Well, but there's a big difference because we know now, and that's the thing with coronavirus is there's more data coming in every day. Things have changed so much on this. And we do know now that sunlight and heat does inactivate it to a vast degree. I would assume Georgia has been a lot warmer, probably sunnier than Michigan has. Is that enough to make up for that difference? Probably not, but it's possible. I'd love to know how much more testing we have or have not done here compared to Georgia. If we've done more testing, you're going to have more positives. I find it hard to believe that we did, but I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
You know what we should do then? We should focus on deaths.
Gladly.
Right?
Yep, perfect.
It's the same with crime. Like you can talk about rape, robbery, aggravated assault. Well, that's why murder and non-fatal shootings really give you a window in it. So we'll just, good one, Mark. You just ordered it. We're only going to focus on deaths. Okay, bro?
Perfect.
1,355 in Georgia.
1,355 in Georgia.
4,345 in Michigan.
We got 3 times the deaths in Michigan.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep. Georgia's 31% of Michigan.
And I get what you're saying, Mark. Everybody laughed at the president, though, when he's like, hey, maybe light. And remember that? Now we're finding out maybe the shit people were telling him, he was actually in his own Trump way giving you the science as he was getting it first.
Yeah, but I think he turned it internally into the body as opposed to on surfaces and outside.
Yeah,
I think the point of that,
bleach.
Yeah, that's pretty much a given. But
okay, 3 times the deaths in Georgia. Let's go to
that's the way
Atlanta.
To look at it, yeah.
What's the population of Atlanta? What's about 500? I'm going to say. I hope this is good listening, folks, but here's the deal. Numbers. This is how it really happens. We don't want to prepackaged crap. We want you to do it with us. Because ultimately we'll make a point here. Oh, if you get back on.
It's about 500,000 people. 498,000.
Oh, great. Thanks, Karen.
498,000 is the population of Atlanta.
Can we just round up, folks? So what is the population?
500,000 people.
500,000. Detroit is 650.
Yep.
Right? That's pretty good. I mean, it's in the 80-something percentile. How many deaths in Atlanta?
Let's see.
Mark, you could come up with some little music is,
some tabulating
1352.
1352 in Atlanta?
No, Georgia. You want Atlanta. I got Georgia.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good one. Look at you guys.
Got us doing homework, Charlie.
Right, live with everybody else.
That's okay. We're going to figure it out.
We can live this.
Fulton County is 3131 cases, 130 deaths.
Okay, Fulton County. Population of Fulton County? Fulton County.
Fulton County has, you mean confirmed cases? They got 2,600 and 103 deaths.
We're going to do deaths, 103 deaths. So Fulton County has 103 deaths. Wayne County has 2,000 deaths.
Fulton County, 1,038,000 people.
1,038,000 people. Now, not 1,300,000, but 1 million, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Wayne County will round up. It's got 2 million, right? Mm-hmm. So if Fulton County was the size of Wayne County, they'd have 200 deaths. How come we have 2,000 deaths? Because it's colder?
No.
Okay, now, what about Atlanta proper? Atlanta is 500,000. Population density, I think we were talking about before, is about the same. It's about the same. Yep, so that's confirmed. In terms of people living on each other, because proximity, social distancing, that's why we talk about population density. The closer you are, the greater risk you have to spread it. While Luke's looking that up, Michigan is 25th in the union in population density, meaning we're right in the middle of being crowded or uncrowded. We're right in the middle of being urban or rural. And yet we're number 3 per capita. We're number 4 total. I'm not listening to Comedy Central to get some kind of indication what my government is doing. A government, its moral character comes from how it responds to people in need and children and the infirm. That's when you know if your government works or not. I'm not a Democrat and not a Republican. I'm never going to be. I'm your friend out there. Somebody got to say this shit. All right, brother, what's going on?
Can't find it.
Okay, what are we looking for?
You know where else? You know where else Michigan ranks towards the bottom of during coronavirus is the amount of money per capita from the CARES Act, which really surprised me that it almost seems, and yes, the state has failed in a lot of areas, but they seem to be getting a lot less help from the federal government.
Okay, that's, you know what? It's a non sequitur. I'm not going there. You mean you're talking about the federal money?
Yeah,
federal money will come later. We haven't gotten it yet.
Well, the CARES Act.
So what we want to do right now, before we get into that, is I'll tell you what. If you can't find the deaths in Atlanta, I'll tell you right now, the entire county's 100. Okay, so it's not more than 100. Our city is 1,200. Again, you feel me, Mark?
Yeah.
Not to dismiss that. So here's Luke. Okay, guys. What is now I get to my point.
Okay.
What is the average household income of Wayne County and the average household income of Detroit? Go ahead.
Wayne County is about 70,000.
No, Wayne County's not 70,000. I'll bet you 1,000.
No, I'm sorry. Fulton County is 70,000.
Well,
Fulton County's 70,000.
For Wayne County, the average household income is 65,000. The median household income is 43.
Median. We want median, right?
Okay.
So the median is what?
43,000. Well,
and the median for Fulton
44.
County, okay, 44. And the median for Fulton County, 70.
Yep.
So they're almost twice as rich in Fulton County as they are in Wayne County. Now, Atlanta and Detroit, median household income. For those listening that don't understand the difference between average and median, average is you take all the numbers, you add them up, and you divide by the amount of numbers. Median is like the curve we're talking about and where the exact middle is on that curve.
Atlanta's 65,000.
Atlanta's 65,000 median household income.
Detroit, 29,481.
Detroit, 29,000. The household income is twice in Atlanta than it is in Detroit. Okay? We got that?
Yep.
Yep.
What is the African American percentage in Atlanta? People who live in Atlanta that are black.
This is one long story problem.
32.4%.
Huh?
32.4%.
In Atlanta, 32% are black.
Yep.
That's incorrect. Look it up
incorrect?
again. They're the majority. Black people are the majority in Atlanta.
No, not
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Atlanta is not as black of a city as Detroit is, though. It's not.
No, that's true. That's
It's
true.
not.
We're
It
getting
looks
there
like-
though.
it
We
looks
don't just
like
want to yell shit. We want data because all of us as a family listening here, we want to know. I believe it's somewhere around 55, 60% black.
In 2010, it says 54%. That was from the
55% black. Okay.
Oh,
So
right.
Atlanta's 55% black. Detroit is 80% black. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Detroit,
So
80%. Yep. 82.
okay, so There's a little bit of a disparity, but Atlanta is still a majority black city.
Barely.
I say, folks, that this isn't a bug that preys more violently on black people. I say that this is a bug that preys on poor people, and black people tend to be more poor than white people in this country. Number two, our government is shit. It steals from us. It panders to itself. They look out for the palace before the people. There is no way, Luke, no fucking way that anybody in this state should be held up as an example of how you respond to this. This is a fucking outrage. And I'm sorry, Rachel, and all of you. Look, I was national media. Stop talking about shit you don't know. It's out there if you want to do it, but I know what's going on. Everybody knows it's an election year. We're looking for people to hug and cuddle, people to bludgeon. And the real life, government took my job away from me. And I was willing to do it, but you didn't do the stuff that the government's supposed to do, which we'll get to in a minute after Grace Carols brings you this message from one of our sponsors. Socially distancing now. Don't spit into my microphone.
Keep going. Hi there.
Hello.
Grace.
All right. Luke Nowacki. First of all, he's a great guy. So let's start. Overreaction is not the strategy for the long-term investor. That's what Luke says. Luke's at Pinnacle Wealth. Phone number is 248-663-4748. Look at the markets. The Federal Reserve's cutting rates by 0.5%. Coronavirus? We've all been talking about it. What does it mean at Pinnacle Wealth and Luke? Is it rational or is it fear? Stocks or bonds? Call Luke at Pinnacle Wealth.
Yeah, Doug. Oh, it's going to take a leak.
248-663-4748. Get advice from Luke. Get some kind of strategy. Position yourself in your investments, retirement and college savings plans for the long term. Luke's the best. You got to do it. Call him. Now, here we go. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Royal Alliance Associates, Inc., member FINRA/SIPC. Royal Alliance Associate, Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, services referenced here are independent of Royal Alliance Associates, Inc. That's it.
Woo. Bravo.
We're great.
Good work. Great.
Wait.
Do you have some spritzer
Charlie?
for the microphone, Grace? I don't know where that mouth's been.
Charlie, tell
Never
Grace.
know. Listen, okay, before I forget, let me put these on.
Oh, listen.
I got an idea, folks, for this. Where's that thing, Grace? Give me the read and wipe it off before you give it to me. Okay. I'm going to read this once normally. Dear listener, please take this, do something creative with it, with these words, mail it into us, so I don't have to always go Securities and Investment Advisory Services through it. All right? Here it is. It's a contest. You'll get a Coney kit, the ones we like. It goes like this. Securities and Investment Advisory Services offered through Royal Alliance Associates, Inc., member FINRA/SIPC. Royal Alliance Associates, Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Royal Alliance Associates, Inc. Give me something creative, something quick, something snappy, something stuttery, something with helium, something with bong hits. Send it in.
Bong hits.
Yeah, like that.
Not talking about finances. You want people to have mental clarity. So
No, this is just legal bullshit, Karen.
Not right now, Karen. You don't want mental clarity right now. Just hang back. Let it go.
So that's right. And look, here's the difference between No Bullshit News Hour and the Bullshit News Hour. Luke is a sponsor, but this isn't a show to highlight Luke or to hide things that Luke's trying to get in your mind. Luke is a friend of the show. We're upfront about it. Trust the man. You go ahead, call him, I would suggest that everything's really in flux. Anything to add, Luke, before we no longer talk about your business?
Don't worry about my business. We'll talk about, we'll hit that up later. We'll hit up what you got going on right now.
What do I got going on right now?
Yeah. You got one or two things in the fire, don't you?
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, listen, man. You know, here's the thing.
Duggan over there? Just kidding.
Too tall, too much hair. That guy looks bad, dude. Now, I know you're running the most inept COVID response in America. I know crime is through the roof, and yet you tell Rachel Maddow that since we tested all the cops, we really got a handle on things. Nobody wasn't on the news. Maybe it was. I don't listen or watch the news anymore. In fact, I gave up the car radio for Lent, and I've never turned it back on. Hold on a second. Here's one of my brothers. My man. He called me TV, Channel 4. So I got a quarter. Yeah, I got a quarter. But I can't get it through the window. Ah, fuck. Hold on. You guys, go ahead. Stand back, bro.
Give him $1. Don't give him a quarter.
I'm going to give him.
All right.
Look, Luke's getting up. Look at that. Oh, gee.
Ooh,
What
crotch
a
cam.
package, Luke.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that crotch cam.
Luke's carrying $2 bills. Wait, is that a $2 bill?
$2 bill.
Here, I'll give you $2 for it. I'll give you this. I collect $2 bills. Okay, quick. Who's on the $2 bill? Who's on the $2 bill? Karen?
Jefferson.
No idea. Andrew, what's his name? Jackson? Is that who it is?
TJ.
I don't know. Oh, that's a 20. I don't know. Who is that?
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
I don't look at money that closely, to tell you the truth.
Thomas Jefferson is without a doubt my favorite slave owner.
Oh, gee. Why, Charlie? Do tell.
Who's your top
he's
5
pretty
slave owners?
smart.
Go.
He didn't sell his kids. He kind of his wife died, and then Sally Hemings was her sister. Looked just like her. Never put her, kept her in bondage, but when he died, he freed them all. So, I mean, that's better than cutting people's hands. No, I'm going there, Karen. I will not be silenced.
Let me tell you something. Luke is getting all types of pickup lines on Facebook Live. Everybody wants to know. When you stood up, they were like, I'm not going to even repeat it. Oh my God. Some of this is inappropriate, but maybe we should start a fan club.
Read it. Read some of the inappropriate shit. You can't tell me to be quiet and then tease people and then not tell them.
Okay, it says, did he hide an oxygen tank in his pants? Who is
I
that
can't breathe.
Who is that dude? Somebody said another kind of blank tick. I'm not going to say it. Luke. I'm not. It's a ton of stuff.
Keep going.
There's another one that Karen Thompson said, but I'm not reading it because.
Oh, do it. Come on, please.
No.
I'll give you $2.
I don't need $2.
I know, but I need to hear what they wrote, please, because I can't
it says,
see it.
"Are you?" I'm not doing that. No.
Oh, do it.
I can't.
Please.
No.
Do you want me to read it?
My Catholic school upbringing won't allow me.
Okay, look.
Do you want me to read it? I'll read it. I have no qualms.
Grace? We already did that one. There's another one she wants.
I'll tell you.
A little farther down. It's from Karen Thompson. And it's got 6 smiley faces.
Karen Thompson, 6 smiley faces.
She wants to know if Luke, are you more than 7 inches?
Are you more than 7 inches?
I'm going to hang up. I don't want to hear this.
Well, I mean, depends the inches.
What is this, Duggan math? Are you 7
Absolutely.
inches? Here's the thing. Who wrote that shit?
They're asking if you have a Twitter page, Luke.
Twitter? I believe I do, but it's mostly political stuff that no one would like.
If you don't know it, then you don't have one. So forget it. No.
Listen, Karen Thompson, I got a warning for you. Look, and I'm into women myself. And whatever you into is good with me, man. Just love, don't hate. But any guy that's putting a ruler on his cock is not a guy you want to hang out with. That is some weird shit. And by the way, remember something.
Hear this?
6 feet divided by 7 inches is how far away you should stand from Luke.
Oh my God.
Hey, Luke.
Are you more than 7 inches?
There it is.
What is that? I missed it.
Are you more than 7 inches?
That is a.
That was too,
Look at this. Grace is fanning herself like she's having fucking menopausal hot flashes.
Let me tell you this though. Grace missed hers. She had people were like, she should be the governor. She's hot. She has her own little fan club too, so she missed it.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, if I don't know the governor, so we're just having fun. So it's no bullshit news, but we'll have fun.
Right.
I know Grace to be involved in the community. I know Detroit knows her, and Metro Detroit knows her. I know that she extends her hand to the fire department and the paramedics and the police and nurses and doctors. I know she feeds homeless people. I know she does a lot of charity. I know this place has been here 100 years. I know she's successful at running a business.
But she does stuff, Charlie, very quietly. If Grace is aware of something that's going on, I can't tell you how many very quiet calls that have been made to Grace or that Grace has made to respond to help something. So that's what she doesn't do it for the publicity. She's not trying to buy points to heaven. She does it because she is connected to the community. Grace does a lot that people don't know about. So
you want to tell us what it is? I'll give you $2.
No, I don't want $2. And I don't want a ruler either.
What are we going to call Luke? The 7-inch ruler or like oxygen man?
You're going to call Luke for financial advice, and that's it. And nothing more. That's it.
Luke, what a cocky.
Were you fully erect or are you capable of both?
This is going sideways.
Gone.
He can do that too. He can do that too.
Luke, are you embarrassed or flattered?
I would be blushing, but I haven't shaved in a couple of weeks.
Okay. So
he's doing that Nugent thing. Hey, Luke, you own an AR-15?
Yes, I do.
And you got an AR-14 too, right?
Yeah, as far as you know.
As far as Biden knows, and your house is wired at 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
And you like people.
I got nothing against people.
Are you a racist?
I don't think so.
Right. That's a better answer.
I hate everyone equally.
You don't think so, Luke? Either you are or you're not. If you're not, you know you're not. That's not a questionable
No, I'm not a racist.
Okay, then say it very definitively, not like you got to think about it. Say no.
No, but it's interesting, Karen, because the thing is, you not being white don't understand, which is...
You're probably right.
It's the worst thing to be called. And you can be accused of it at any time. The reason I brought up the guns and, are you racist, is because remember last week when people went up to Lansing with the white guys with their rifles and shit, right? And you were saying, well, the media portrayed, they didn't say that they were flying the swastika. They said they were using the symbolism, but they were calling the governor the Nazi. You see how it's warped. But what we said was, hey, man, black people would never do that because they'd be killed. And you see what happened this week. A group of black people did, a firefighter from Lansing, to express the fact that we too will carry our firearms and we will see what happens. Now, if we had acted as crazy as the white people, might be something else, don't know. But at least that was a first step for my brothers and sisters, all of us, to express your rights. I think they did show something. That's why I'm asking Luke that, which is the appearances are deceiving.
That's true.
Right? Luke's a great guy. He likes his guns. He likes his freedom. He likes money. He's an elegant guy who's good to his people. Let him just let everybody speak. Luke and I don't agree on the virus, but we agree on the response. I'm outraged. Are you outraged, Luke, that this is a socioeconomic disease?
It appears to be. You're right. And it just doesn't seem like there's no correlation between what we're doing and then the response, the reaction to it. We don't seem to be adjusting to meet when we get new data. We're not adjusting. I don't understand it.
Well, we just did the data, which is this: the poor places get whacked, and we got. You're a money guy. You like to keep your money. The money's got to be funneled in to where people are exposed. And then again, I look at the government, and I know you take the shit. You fucking steal it.
Yeah.
Everybody in America feels that. They pick a side. My side's better than your side, but it never ends. I don't need a blue ribbon commission to tell you what's going on.
Did you see that the South Dakota, the city in South Dakota, they threw a parade for their governor for not shutting down? Now, I get it. It's South Dakota. They got 800,000 people. Our governor had a different kind of parade out in front of the Capitol. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
But again, now dig this. Here's the thing about South Dakota. They had to shut down the meat plants. I wrote about it today in Deadline Detroit. I worked in the meat plants.
Yeah.
I won the Pulitzer Prize in there. I worked in the fish plants. That's big. Look, that's where the government should have been in. That's where OSHA, the Department of Labor, you should have got in there if you knew anything about how close people were. You're already breathing in animal blood and chlorine particles, and now you're next to your neighbor breathing their breath. You can socially distance in there, but you must slow production, right?
Yep.
And they didn't do that. And by the way, those jobs used to be American jobs making $20 an hour. And then big corporations who buy big government, right? They bust the union, NAFTA gets passed, Mexico's economy collapses, they all come here, and I'm getting fed a line. Americans wouldn't do it. Of course, they jealously held on to those jobs. Those were union jobs. Those were urban jobs. The Green Bay Packers, a Packer's somebody that works in a slaughterhouse. That's what Hormel is in Milwaukee, Chicago, right? Come on now. People are making shit. And what we give to the government doesn't come back when we need it. I got new stuff. Should we move forward?
Absolutely.
With the no bullshit news?
Let's go.
This
People are loving the conversation though, Charlie. They said real news balanced with a few laughs. So we appreciate that. That's good.
You want to know somebody fill me in because I can't do it all. Is this economy opening again? What is this 6-point plan and the governor and the mayor and Grace was talking, Fellauer and Dumas?
Yeah.
What's the new plan?
Well, it's going to be a slow reopen. The 28th extended to the 28th. Of course, factories can start earlier. It's a slow startup. I mean, it's bullshit?
Yeah, I don't think it's a very strategic reopening strategy.
It's as confusing as her last.
And I've been saying this since the beginning. I think that there should be consistent protocols. Everything's all color coded and all that kind of stuff. But I still don't think that it's well thought out. And I also, now once they're going to start reopening restaurants, you're going to have to practice social distancing, but you're going to have to take the temperature and go through some 5-point questionnaire with the maitre d' or whomever before you go in. I don't see that. I also know that from a poll taken, people are more concerned about reopening too soon. They said they would rather wait and be safe as opposed for the push. But, people are losing money and the businesses are putting pressure on this governor, as I'm sure they are other governors and elected officials, to reopen. They're losing money.
So we've talked. So number one, you guys don't have any idea either. Very smart people. We all consume the news. We write the news. We report the news. We don't know. Is that about right?
If I had to, we know nothing about the virus.
No. We're not. No. Wait.
We know.
As the ringleader, you gotta listen to me.
Yeah.
We gotta focus. We gotta focus on the question. Right. Do you know the 6-point plan?
No.
Karen, do you know the 6-point plan?
No, I looked at it.
Mark, do you know the 6-point plan?
No.
Okay. Mannequin Joey, are you alive?
Joe?
He's nodding.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I have a lot of background noise.
Oh, he speaketh. Okay. I got a new name for you. Mannequin Joe, you like, he speaketh, and Nowaki is biggeth dicketh. Who are these so wise in the ways of science, Sir Biggeth Dicketh?
I can't listen to this.
Oh, Karen, Jesus. Karen, who used to live with Kid Rock.
Not live with him like that. I mean, he's like a brother. He lived in the house with me and my family. Not my
I know.
boyfriend. Okay,
Well, my mom and dad were
anybody-
stepbrother and stepsister, and look what you got. So it's a good thing he lived upstairs.
He was actually downstairs.
Oh, what do you mean downstairs? What do you mean?
Charlie, get back to the
mean-
news, will you?
This is news, Karen.
No, it's not.
Did you ever kiss the guy?
Nope. He's like a brother to me. Hell no.
I kissed him.
Did you ever
I
see-
kissed him
I'm
before.
sure you did. Yeah, I think I remember. I think I was there when you did, but
I was
no.
fucking loaded, but it wasn't with the tongue. And it wasn't on his oxygen tank. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna hang up. This is too much for me.
Dare you.
I
Dare
wouldn't
you.
dare. I missed too much. I wouldn't
You
dare.
can't hang up because I got some outrageous news.
Let's hear
Real news. Mark, give me the breaking news.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on.
Deep, 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 deep. You know, God, you're as lame as Bob. Feel better, Bob. Bob's going through some personal stuff. I can't talk about it as personal.
So keep it personal. Charlie,
Breaking news with Mort Krim.
Is that good enough?
be nice.
Or do you want a ticker?
No, I want a telegraph. That's my. What do you mean with Mort Krim? Come on.
Let's try this one.
He can sell wall side windows, but I can install them. Sort of crooked, but I can get it done.
And Luke will clean them.
No, Mark, you come from the high-end production of radio. I just need the Morse code. Breaking news. This just
Here you
in. No, I don't want that.
What's
Okay.
that?
Thank you. This just in. Couple of news. Well, I'll give you the small one first because I'm going to forget it because these fruit drinks are working.
You get your vitamin C.
Number one, Mike Duggan has announced construction will reboot in Detroit. He names one of these projects on Kirchville on the east side, the Roxbury Group building some housing. That's nice. But you know what? That thing never stopped. I had a cop call me a couple weeks ago. He shut him down as non-essential. The next day, he gets bitched at by his supervisor saying, you don't shut that down. Apparently a call came from on high. Now, if you want to challenge me, you want to take me to court, go ahead. Because I was out there taking video. You weren't socially distancing. You didn't have respirators on. The cop shut you down, and I went by every day. It's funny, Mr. Duggan, you would do such a thing and announce it, and I happen to be on it. That's funny, because I'm going to post a video, because I expect you to find your connected pal who you're also funneling public money to for breaking the governor's edict. See, my buddy that redoes kitchens and houses and stuff, he had to eat shit. He had to take a nosedive, but not those that are connected. I got the video. Hey, Mark, we always promise and we never do it.
Sure.
Everybody, here's a piece of bullshit news from No Bullshit News Hour. We don't tell the truth. So we're going to post that on our website. We never do. Because we don't have a website.
Yes, we do.
I was going to say,
We have a website.
We do?
I have no access to that
Yes.
website.
Well,
There is a website
I got
out
the
there.
video in my phone.
It's
Okay,
not complete, but it's
here's a phone. Okay,
And
you guys talk about something. Let me find this video. Okay, I got it. For the listeners on the podcast, go to our webpage,
NoBSNews.com.
NoBSNewsHour.com.
Is that a web page?
Yes, but don't say www. That's old. Everybody know it's www. Just say
Let me do it like
NoBSNewsHour.com.
public radio. You're right, but
There you
if I did it like public radio, www. dot.
// colon.
HTTP colon.
Yeah.
All right, wait a minute. You guys talk about something. while
So
I
if
look
they
this
go to
up.
that website, are you actually gonna get that video up there?
If you guys can help me, because I don't know the fuck I'm doing.
Post it on your Facebook page, Charlie, when this is over.
Don't tell me I deleted it. Oh, jeez.
And then
I didn't think I'd ever use it. And then the fucking guy stepped in it. Oh, please. Oh, come on, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
it's
Lord
on
Jesus.
there.
Charlie's praying.
I'm kind of intrigued as to what other videos might be on that phone.
No, come on. Oh. Okay, I take it all back. He does too? Bill Cox has footage. Bill, hit me up, bro.
No,
Hey,
I think it was a drop.
It's a drop, yeah.
We have the footage. Right.
Those are
the
just
comment
photos.
is a drop, right, Mark?
Yes.
It's the Michael Jackson drop.
If I was on
We
a
have the
faster,
footage.
if I was on a
We have the
faster
cookies.
computer, you would hear it.
Oh, shit. No, man. Okay, take it back.
Is Grace cooking?
Oh, jeez. Maybe
We have the footage.
Okay,
I have all
I
the
was
footage.
there.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay,
There's your
I
talk.
dare you to sue me because I was there and I know the cop. By the way, so listen, here's the thing. You want to get up and running again. You're not sure what to do, what the rules are. You don't get the 6-point plan. It's all bullshit. Here's what you do. Everybody knows what you do. What do you do, folks?
What do you do?
You call Barry Ellentuck at ADR Consultants. His crews have been working through the COVID pandemic safely, in full compliance with the law. His employees haven't missed a paycheck. Things were being built, are getting built, and we will be built. Barry Ellentuck wants you to know that you don't, nor did you have to lay down and die. Get things done legally and with full respect for the law. ADR Consultants, 248-318-9424. And as always, when you call, you know you'll get the job done right, on time, on budget, and right now. Call Barry Ellentuck, 248-318-9424. Honest, ethical, smart, ADR Consultants. Get back to work.
Hey, everybody's read a spot today, but me. I don't have a spot to read.
I didn't read
Yeah,
one.
I'm going to hold this up, Karen.
Oh, yeah. Mark and I didn't read a spot. Okay, Mark, that's fine. You and I.
I don't want to. Oh, Hall Financial.
Karen,
David
can you
Hall and
read
Hall
that?
Financial care about the community. That's why the team at Hall Financial.
I can't see
is
it.
now it's
Not
moving
enough
around
to
That's
too
read.
fast.
funny, Mark. We were going right into Hall Financial.
Crazy. How did that
Can you
happen?
do that for us?
How did
Our good friend Dave.
Yeah, but you took it down. I can't read it anymore.
Oh, okay, here we
I was
go.
actually reading it off of what you put up there.
I can't tell if you can read it all. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, it's a little out of focus now. That's why the team at Hall Financial is working from home around the clock to
No,
help people.
start over. Give David the respect he deserves.
Okay, 1, 2. Let me stretch. Let me get that voice here. David Hall and Hall Financial, they care about the community, and that's why the team at Hall Financial is working from home around the clock to help people save money by refinancing. It's a great time to look at your options. That's why many people are refinancing right now. If you haven't refinanced in the last year, Hall Financial is here to help. Now's the time to lower your monthly payments, get some extra money in your pocket as we go through these terrible, turbulent times. And by refinancing, you can probably skip up to 2 payments. So why not see what you can save? Save some money, cut your term, whatever you want to do. If you're worried about coronavirus, please don't. Homes can be appraised without someone even coming inside your house. Appraisals are done by drive-by. Hall Financial Services is the fastest.
Sounds gang related.
What's that? It does sound gang. Well,
Sounds gang related.
Hey, whatever gets the job done. Hall Financial Services, they're fastest in the business. That's why they have nearly 1,500 5-star reviews from Michigan homeowners. Go to our webpage, the one Charlie was just talking about, nobsnewshour.com. Click on the logo and get started, or call 248-308-5000. That's 208-308-5000. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention. NMLS number 1467435.
Woo! Money. And by the way, yes, we believe in Hall Financial.
Yes.
I don't like just to read them. We're all part of a kind of a family. And look, call, loosen up some of that cash while getting your monthly payment down. You take some of your equity, you pay some bills, you get your payment down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
Can I ask Luke a question?
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of fear about the economy.
Okay, before you do that, let me just everybody
sure.
stay with
Was
it
there
because
another
I
one?
got a devastatingly fucking disgusting story about the government's response to old people and the nursing homes.
See, that's a
Mark, before you,
that's a much better tease.
can I jump in before you, Mark?
Yes.
Because it kind of plays off.
Remember what you were saying, Mark.
If you if you refinance, you might be able to skip a couple payments. If people find themselves in tough times right now, a lot of creditors, a lot of mortgage companies will defer a couple payments. All you got to do is ask, and it doesn't hurt your credit report.
Yep.
So just no.
Whoa! What'd you say? Wait, wow! I heard you, Karen. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, maybe not today, but maybe next week or so, Luke, it would be great to spend 5 or 10 minutes really giving people some insight on what they should do with their money right now. Because the point you just made is something that a lot of people don't know. And you've got people wondering, do I pay my mortgage? How do I handle? What do I do? I think that's some real information that real people could actually use.
Let's do it right now, Karen. You're right.
Well, I'd love to do it. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that, Charlie. If my broker dealer governs everything I do and say relating to that, I could talk in general about stuff like that. That has nothing to do with what I do. Skipping payments and payment deferral programs that are available has nothing to do with more, financing and stuff like that. When I talk to a broad audience, everything has to be pre-approved and the read, and it has to be verbatim. So what my broker wants me to do is sit here and go through some bullshit questions and answers with you, and then we go through and read them like it's a script, which would be it's pointless.
Well, it's understandable because money's more serious than death.
They want,
right? Because that's
and you're regulated.
Right. So I get that. So let me.
I would love to.
Let's just do this then. Well, listen. Call Luke. Give your number.
248-663-4748 is my office. Or
give us some of your big clients. What kind of pension funds?
I do have a few 401k plans. I've got deferred comp plans, and those are my group plans. And I work with a lot of individuals.
Okay.
Rollovers, old 401ks laying around. We can talk about them, see if it's better to leave it there or move it.
But Luke, let me ask you this. And a lot of people think this when you hear financial advice.
Aaron, don't trick him into shit. You're going to trick him into a freaking lawsuit.
As long as he doesn't stand up, we won't have any issues. But I mean, you made me forget my question, Charlie.
Look at that ass.
No, I'm not. But Luke, a lot of times, this is out of hand. A lot of times people think that, you've got to have a lot. And a lot is relative of money to be able to benefit from someone who provides your type of service. Everybody can benefit from it. That was my only thing.
Absolutely. I actually had, and I talked with Eli on Eli and Denny.
No Filter.
No Filter Sports. A couple weeks ago. I had more people start accounts this year or in the last couple of weeks, maybe last month or so, than ever before. People have never done anything before. They went to, throw $6,000 into a Roth IRA.
We've been saying that since we've been reading your stuff, regardless, start planning. Because, Charlie, you remember we were talking about this. We said, the market's going to crash. We're going to enter into a recession. Whether you have $2 or $20 million.
Told you so.
Get your money right. And we've been saying that. We said that all last year. So, okay, that's it. Thank you.
And Luke said, he goes, the market, remember when it went down to 18-something, 19, because it's going to bounce.
Well, just
so if you're that, Luke, don't speak. Don't get in the lawsuit here. But look, the guy knows an opportunity. I'm just telling you. Now, let me go back to what you could say. Are you telling me that if people out there have a mortgage and they're scrimping right now, that they can defer payment, meaning they can push it and just tack it on the end? Not that they're going to have to come back in 3 months and pay. Let's take a number. I have $1,000 mortgage. I missed 2 payments. Do I have to pay $1,500 in 3 months, or do I get to pay $1,000?
Mortgage company by mortgage company.
That means it just gets kicked.
Some people will be able to defer it, and some will have all 3 payments due the next month.
Right. Like a balloon payment sort?
Correct.
A balloon payment. Well, fuck. Look, see, I'm going to say, I'm not sure. That's why call somebody, because you're going to push off today. Remember back in 2008, folks, when you had the balloon payment? Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You knew fucking full well you weren't going to be able to make the balloon. So if you need to loosen up some cash and you're sure you can make the balloon, then do that. If you're not sure, if you're trying to buy some time, scrape it up. Or call Hall Financial. It's a better way.
Call the company.
Call up and get some
Call your
options.
mortgage company.
Don't use this as an
or
opportunity.
call your whoever has your car note.
But
A lot of
don't-
car companies do the same thing.
Credit
But
cards
don't
too.
use this as an opportunity
Credit cards,
to
same
not
thing.
pay your bills if you're able to. That's the
That's the
Absolutely.
point. That's it, because it's coming.
Well,
Right.
it's coming and it's still due. It's not. I mean, it's almost like the bankruptcy. It was reconfiguring debt, not elimination. So
See what LeDuff does for you though? That's not a grace period. Like
Right.
I'm gonna give you 2 months, and then in 25 years there's gonna be 2 months at the end. That's not happening.
Well,
You gotta be smart.
So restructuring is not elimination. That's what you have to
Absolutely
remember.
not.
So
Nope.
don't use this as an excuse to say, "Oh, I can get around that. I can what?" School loans. I think some school loans are suspending interest and allowing if you do make payments to go to your principal. So if you're able to do that, you're able to really drop your principal down over this period of time. But make it work. So anyway.
And interest rates are in the toilet right now. So if you've got credit card debt that you're paying a high interest on, call your company and ask them to lower it.
Yep.
A lot of companies will. Nobody ever does.
Yeah, they'll bargain.
Because they don't know they can ask, Luke. They don't know.
You don't know what you get until you ask.
Well, that's why you're doing this.
Yeah.
Tell
No
us about
bullshit
the-
news.
Tell us about the old people, Charlie.
Actually, Mark, you got something right before we sidetrack you?
Well, I guess
I'm
it's
sorry.
kind of along the
I'm running the show.
Way to go, Karen.
I'm sorry.
kind of along the same lines with the recovery with the economy. And if you just watch the market, and I know more than half the population does not have money in this market, but boy, they really don't seem terribly concerned with where this is going. Even with the horrendous jobs report today, it's on fire right now.
Unbelievable.
How much weight do you put in what the markets say for the recovery of the economy as a whole? And I know the little guy's money won't go up necessarily, but for a whole, does that give you hope? Or is it just a house of cards again?
Well, I've always had hope. I had more faith in the market than Charlie ever did.
It's a house of cards, Holmes.
Market's always forward looking.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. How we emerge from this is going to be, I don't even know. That the economists that you had on
The market, bro, is a rich person's game. That's who owns the stock. It's not an indication of wages and wealth. Is that true? Yes or no? That's all I'm asking. Is it or is it not an indication of the general population's portfolio? Yes or no?
every pension fund's invested there,
I
right?
couldn't do yes or no.
I couldn't because it's not a yes or no question, man.
Answer the question, Luke. Yes or no?
If it was a yes or no question, I could.
Partially.
Look at, well, the Detroit pension system was at what? At $6.8 billion at its peak. All that was
You're
market.
getting esoteric. You're getting it's a fun show. Now you're doing Detroit pension at 6.8 billion.
But I'm saying that everyone who works and who has money in a 401k, if you got in equities, your money's in the market.
Yeah, but remember the economist we had on, the professor?
Yeah.
You loved
He
him.
was
Phenomenal.
great.
He said most people's retirement accounts don't have stock in them,
No,
which is true.
that's the sad part.
It's the sad part. So if you got a little something, you can gamble it. But the market in no way tells you how the average person is living.
No,
Right.
that's absolutely true.
But my question
Now
is,
there's something called price to earnings, right? The price of your stock divided by what you get paid in dividend. Like the company makes a profit. You got a stock, one stock. You get a little percentage of the profit. That's the price of the stock, what you paid for it, and the little bit you get every quarter. It's at an all-time high what the stock cost and what the company's actually earning. Meaning,
Not anymore.
right. That's why I was always saying, man, this motherfucker's a casino. And that's why you're always on the phone, because Luke knows arbitrage. Luke, don't say shit. You're going to get sued. Arbitrage, an opportunity where people are panicking. I was going for a walk with my daughter, and she was asking about the market and what it means. And I was explaining price to earnings because it came up with hand sanitizer. So this might be good for everybody. She goes, you think that's a good thing to buy, Pop? I go, absolutely. But since everybody got the same idea, the company's projecting, well, how much are we going to sell? If the company projects we're going to sell a kabillion and it only sells a half a kabillion, then you overpaid for the stock because everybody said, they're going to sell a kajillion. okay, I'll pay $1 million and you only sold half a kajillion, then the stock goes down to $500,000 and you lose.
You need to teach her about shorting.
To be smart.
You need to teach her how to short it.
Yeah. Or you can.
What does that mean? What does shorting mean, Luke? And in the regular person way?
Shorting is when you think a price is going to go down and you purchase the option to sell something at a higher price and you think it's going to drop down to.
So you're saying that shorting it means you can make a bet.
Yep.
Yes.
You can just basically put it on red when everybody's on black.
Full disclosure, I can't do this for you. And I wouldn't do this for anyone. Okay.
You're not, this is not, let me do it. This is not financial advice. This is some education.
And I don't do any individual stocks or bonds or anything like that. A great example to what you were saying, all right, look at Ford stock, right? They pay a quarterly dividend. And their quarterly dividend right now is at an extremely high yield because their price is about $5 a share. Tesla.
Wait a minute. So Ford stock is cheap, but they pay you a big earning.
Is that why they're
remarkably high earning?
Is that why they're CEO?
Right now.
So now people think Ford stock should go up. So that's, and then you can buy a contract saying, I bet it goes down. You can just buy I bet you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That actually exists.
It does exist.
That's called a short.
It'd be a short. It'd be you buy it through a brokerage company or buy it on secondary market trading off someone else.
See, that's too much information for regular people, just regular people who are smart. There's an instrument that you can buy to bet the opposite of what people are betting.
I think the easiest way to understand it, oil. Okay. Oil at the start of the year was about $45 a barrel.
Yeah.
Okay. It went and it went negative for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because there's so much oil, there was no one to do with it, and no one was using it. But oil right now.
And you bought the contract. You had to take. Correct. You had to buy it.
Take possession.
You're locked into it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So if you had bought oil for $45 in the beginning of the year, and you were long that, so you had the $45 of oil, you could sell it for half that price.
Right.
You
lost.
Correct. You could, if you think the price is going to go down further, you could buy a future option to sell oil today at $22.50.
Meaning you would take possession. You're buying possession of the oil.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
I think another fine example of that.
See, I'm aware of it. I studied it, but I won't do it. Yeah. I would say to my people that the only way to make wealth for me, and that's why I hang around guys like Luke and we discuss it. I believe the only way to make money is to earn it. And that when you earn it, like Karen keeps saying, find a safe, reasonable place to get you a return where it doesn't eat up the value in inflation. I don't gamble.
I bet you do.
I don't. I love to gamble. Huh?
I'll give you 21 odds to gamble.
I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
And you lost.
Right. But see, I always say this about you, Luke, don't answer it. You are a guy that will take what I feel and how I want to live my life. You'll find something that's comfortable for me. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's what I want in my financial guy. My brother used to sell mortgages. I can get you lower. I said, I'm in a 30. I'm good. I said to my brother, whom I love, it would never put me in a bad instrument. I said, you never asked me what my outlook on life is, how I choose to live my life, how I see the world. I want that from my financial people. I want somebody I can call by a first name.
And I want somebody that's going to respond to the market accordingly with my money and not just wait for me to call and tell them like, okay, if I'm in conservative or aggressive and the market starts to tank, I want you to automatically know you need to move that to, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, Karen, 99 times out of 100, you want to ride right through it.
Yeah.
See, I don't like that.
Be set.
See, but you can, that's right, Karen. You can ask your financial guy to do it, but I checked mine, right? My stuff is where I said I wanted it to be. I don't want a guy moving my shit and then it loses and then I'm fucking pissed and we're in court.
But Charlie, when the market started to tank, when the I'm looking, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm like, look, I don't care if I don't make any money, but I damn sure don't want to lose any. So when you start sending me a statement and I'm losing money because, it was in moderate and should have been in conservative and moving from aggressive, yeah, I do.
That's up to you, though. That is up to you.
Please call and ask me.
I'm looking at it like this. Okay, I know a lot of people out there don't have it, and so maybe you're getting angry, but maybe you can just listen for a second. I looked at it, and it's like, of course I lost. We all lost, but I didn't lose as big as the average because I'm pretty conservative, and anybody that knows how I think knows what I was thinking about the economy, whether it was going to be COVID or people defaulting on their used car loans, which is the new subprime.
Yep.
The biggest thing that you can own in life is a home. And we already plowed through that and the economy collapsed. They were doing it with used cars. I'm keeping track of it. We've talked about it on the show. I just don't trust what the government's doing with the money, and Wall Street owns the government. Not as a conspiracy theory. That's who makes the decisions. So focus. What do you want in life? What does your labor mean to you? I won't gamble what I earn. If I get something extra, I'll do that. I don't know how it turned into this, but everybody, get some financial advice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't, it's not Vegas.
And Charlie, this is my thing. People always say, I don't use the word poor because I think poor is a state of mind. I think people are economically
Poor is a state
challenged.
of the wallet, girl.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, I think people are poor is a state of mind. I think that some people are economically challenged, but I do think that is, it's fixable, if you will. I mean, I think you can take what you have and turn it into what you want. Now, it requires some discipline. It requires some professional input, but I don't think people are obligated to stay where they may find themselves in life. If they want,
I got to agree with that.
I just don't. I don't.
I got to agree with that. I agree with your life's outlook, not the definition.
Yeah,
poor
exactly.
is you're sitting at home right now going, I want to get back to fucking work. Yeah. That's poor. Like shit. I committed to sending my kid to that Catholic school, and I don't have it now, and I don't have a place for my kid to be. You're right about that, but we're just dicking around. I agree with you. Take control of your life.
Yeah, I don't like when people
don't let
say
the winds
they're poor.
buffet you.
I don't like when people say, "Oh, those are poor people." Don't say that. I don't use that term. I just think that it's a very condescending. I don't like.
I don't mean it condescending. I mean you don't got no dough.
I'm saying me. So that would be broke. Broke is temporary.
Yeah, but I come from a long line of people. A lot of people listening come from a long line of people. We've been broke for decades.
Yeah, but Charlie, but you don't.
That means we're poor.
That. But you can't embrace that and say, well,
no. I mean, look.
And that's what happens, though. It becomes the norm. And so people don't have an expectation of anything more. That's the problem. It's like, okay, I've always had 2, but I'm going to do what I have to do to turn this 2 into 4. It is doable. I used to do a class.
Look, see, right there's the problem, Karen.
No, what?
2 into 4. No, you turn 2 into 2.1.
Well, but you got to start somewhere, Charlie.
And then 2.1
Charlie,
amortized is 2.25.
Whatever, but you can turn it into something more. I used to do a class.
I know, but see what you're doing is you're giving the false hope on. I could double it. I could double it.
And I would
you can't double it.
I would tell the class, these are young ladies, they were returning citizens. I'd say, what do you have? Part of it was a questionnaire. This is what I have. This is what I want. And this is what I'm willing to do to get it. There was a lady that smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. That's what, 20, 30 bucks? I'm saying you have to start thinking about reprioritization.
Anybody got a light?
Charlie lights up.
you just gave me a craving. And they're too expensive.
Tell me about the old people, Charlie.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is true, Karen, because now here's the real life. Okay, Governor, let me say this. You're pandering to the palace and not the people. The things that you are in control of, they're out of control. You can shut down the economy, But the things you're in charge of, the nursing homes, assisted living, the jails, you've failed. We went through this clearly at the top of the show. Data. Here's what I'm working on. Get ready because I'm calling and you'll ignore it. But I'm not Rachel Maddow. I'm not. I'm a New York Times bestseller and a Pulitzer Prize winner, and I had higher ratings than you. But I'm home with my people. Here's what happened. The nursing homes, you blew them off. In the nursing homes is a group of people who are wards of the state, old people who've been thrown over, incapacitated people who can't take care of themselves. They don't have money. The court adjudicates them as wards of the state. Basically, in regular people language, madam, they're your children. Our grandparents are your children. You did nothing for 5 weeks to even organize these homes. You didn't even require people keep data. So I'm looking at a spreadsheet here. These are from concerned citizens, not partisans. These are humans concerned about what we're doing with our old people. Guys I know and love and have known for many years. I have data sitting here that you have. This is state data. When these people become your ward, they get, as required by law, a wellness visit every quarter, every 3 months. I'm looking at 250 people. These wellness checks are farmed out to private companies. 250 clients in the last month. Of the 250 clients, 100 are dead from COVID, ostensibly. We all know about COVID classification, and if you think, etc., blah, blah. We can deep dive into this. But these people were moved around like bags of garbage. They went from nursing home to nursing home to hospital to nursing home to hospital where they died. No telling how much they spread. I have one here. Just bear with me, folks. If you're not watching and you're listening, bear with me. I'm looking at a spreadsheet, wearing my wife's glasses. Takes a second. Okay. In Detroit, at a nursing home, and we all know nursing homes, they're owned by hedge funds, right, Luke? They've starved these things for profit, haven't they, Luke?
Yeah. Hey,
just like the private hospitals, we've all seen it, Sinai Grace, etc. Living in a Detroit, and the story will come, Madam Governor, and you'll hear from me. Living in a nursing home. On March 4th, 6 days before your emergency, they're sent to Sinai Grace. On the 10th of March, when you sign the emergency, they're sent back to the old folks' home, to the nursing home. 6 days later, they're sent back to Sinai Grace. The day after that, they're sent back to the nursing home. 2 weeks after that, they're sent back to the hospital. And 1 week after that, they die. So how many people, when you're treating old boy like this, how many people did he infect? How many people in the old folks' home? How many people in the hospital? What kind of dignity did he get? Why didn't you make this a priority? Because we know that we don't know. We don't know the totality of this. I can go on. Let me just go over here. There's one person in Detroit again. They're in the nursing home. On March 5th, they're sent to receiving. On the 11th, after your emergency declaration, they're sent back to the nursing home. On the 14th of April, they're sent back to receiving, where they die of COVID the next day. I've got a whole fucking list of this. I know, we all know, if you look, I'm holding this up, folks. Executive Order 2020 50. It came April 17th. I've got 100 people dead in this month. That's when you came out with the regulations. The regulations then required a COVID ward in these old folks' homes, masks, reporting of the data. But yet, there are at least 4 in Detroit of these nursing homes. These aren't even assisted living homes who haven't even filed a single data point, meaning they're flouting their nose at you. So while you're on TV talking about the rednecks with guns, you're not doing your fucking job. This is unbelievable. I'm at a loss. This is what you controlled, the bureaucracy. And yet politics has become a game of who controls the bureaucracy, who gets the money, whose friends get contracts. Has anybody gone into these nursing homes? Do they have the equipment? Did you get them the equipment? Mike Duggan goes on Rachel Maddow and says, we went into the nursing homes. Good for you. Did you go into them yesterday, today, tomorrow? You didn't go into the assisted living places where there's even more people. The approach to this is outrageous. Media's picking up on it. Happened in Sterling Heights. What you said on the 17th was, I'm just going to follow Cuomo, just like you followed the governor of Ohio. You don't do strong things. You fake strong things. Cuomo did the same thing because New York didn't have the room. Fuck it. Send hot people back to the old folks home when we all know that's the group that's going to get eaten alive. He was criticized even by the New York Times. No one here does it. Well, they do. Thank you, WXYZ, for doing it. Sterling Heights. Thank you, Channel 4, for doing it. Wayne County. How about you do your fucking job, Governor? Because this is another special order. 2020-29. What to do in the jails. Reduction protocols, equipment, separating people, letting people out that are nonviolent. It's all here. Everybody look it up. Everybody look it up. Executive Order 2020-29. And yet we know what happened in the Wayne County jails. You let violent people out. You didn't test. You didn't have the equipment. Okay? Here is a letter from a mama of somebody in the jail concerned. I'm sorry, it's a human being. I'm a human. Remember what Hubert Humphrey said. The measurement of us is in the times of crisis, how you treat the children and the infirm and the insane and the incarcerated. She was worried. What are you doing about my son? It's fucked up in there. They're dying of COVID. They got 900 people out on tether. They didn't test, Governor. Go test them tomorrow and the people they're living with. Then you'll find out why we're the worst. Here's your response to the mom, to Tina. I will read the misspellings.
Misspellings?
Because you didn't write it, Governor. Ugh. Dear Tina, thank you for contacting my office and sharing your concerns. I appreciate your correspondence and the opportunity to respond. While I sympathize with your situation, I am unable to intervene. Jails fall solely under the jurisdiction of county governments. What? Didn't I just, aren't we in an emergency?
Yeah.
Didn't I just read the emergency declaration? I nor members of my staff, Madam, it's neither I nor, neither nor, either or. I nor members of my staff have the ability to provide legal representation or counsel. Let me put it in real English.
Oh boy.
I don't, nor does anybody in my office have the ability to provide legal representation or counsel. If you have not already done so, I would recommend continuing to work with your elected officials which you are, Governor, or seek legal counsel. For a small administrative fee, the State Bar of Michigan will refer you to a lawyer, one, and keep going, bureaucracy, who can provide you 25 minutes of legal counsel. You can contact the State Bar of Michigan at, and I might as well do it, 800-968-0738. Thank you again for contacting me. Although I cannot provide you immediate assistance, please know that I will keep your thoughts and concerns in mind as I continue towards building a better Michigan. On January 1st, 2019, I took an oath to serve the state of Michigan, and I am committed to building bridges from state government to real Michiganders. Please do not hesitate to contact my office, everybody. 517-335-7858. Should you have any questions or concerns, sincerely, Gretchen Whitmer, Governor of Michigan.
That's a terrible letter.
You want to know what Tina wrote to me? She
Love
goes,
to.
"Fuck, Wayne County is its own kingdom." This is bullshit. This is why. Hey, bus driver. Look at the people in the back right here. They're not socially distanced.
Oh boy.
This is shit. Look, man, dude's leaning over. Certainly there's something we can come up with. Let me get this old folks death ledger out of, makes me sick.
Yeah.
Makes me sick. 100 people that are your children, Governor, are dead, and we don't have a full record even. Okay, I'll stop. Everybody react.
Let's get this lady a lawyer.
Yeah.
Let's get this lady a lawyer. There are class action lawsuits. You know that, right? On the jail. Yeah, but okay. Tina, I'll call you. Well, fuck.
Well, I get, we always talk about accountability. You just can't allow somebody to put you off onto something or somebody else without any type of, that's not how this works. You put people in office to, one, do their job, two, to be responsive and responsible. You can't just say, I've got nothing to do with that and then dismiss it. And for me, it ought to be grammatically correct. I always say it's not the person. You got to look at the people around you. So I don't like when leaders are not able to articulate a thought. And I certainly don't appreciate it if one can't write it. I can't.
Well, we get along, Karen. We do. It's amazing we do, because we believe in the similar things. You've got that part of it, right? And then I'm like, why the fuck isn't it fixed? I don't give a fuck about your letter. Do your goddamn job.
It's a can kicking, Charlie. What if you didn't have that letter? I'm saying, so think about when a lot of times people are frustrated. Right now, everybody's trying to juggle 50 million things. So what if that letter were the brick wall for Tina and she didn't share it with you or didn't go any farther?
Yeah.
Did nothing with it. And that happens a lot of times. So for a lot of people, that's it. Okay, well, she said she couldn't do anything. Maybe she calls the law department that she shared, the bar association. Maybe she doesn't. But for a lot of people, that's that brick wall, and they know it. And so everybody doesn't always have that tenacity or that relentlessness to pursue it until you get an answer. That's it. So on the likelihood that they won't do it.
Don't say your name. You're on the air. I got a cop on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all right? You don't sound right. You're calling me for clarification?
Oh boy.
What am I, the fucking governor? Okay. All right. No, I love it. I just thought I'd put it on there, man.
The suspense is building.
Can you hear this guy? No. I get. Wait. Hold on.
No.
Say that again.
Charlie, I've known you a long time. Obviously, I don't want you to use a name, which has nothing to do with my work.
You're on the air, so don't reveal anything, but go ahead.
No, nothing. It has nothing to do with my work. But, I do want to talk to you about, I don't like using the word conspiracy theory, but for lack of a better word, I'm pretty interested in and more so interested now in a lot of your thinking. I want to say I'm more or less buying into some of your stuff, more of your stuff. Not that I never did.
Because you're seeing it in your world.
Yes.
Okay, what's it got to do? Give me subject matter.
Just COVID, government.
Okay, goddamn right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the totality of what this is going to be. Bro, after the show, when I get home, I'm going to have a few crockies, you know what I mean? We'll either do it this afternoon or tomorrow, right?
Whenever, Charlie. I love you. Just call me.
I love you too, man. You do God's work. You're a good person, my man. Sorry, I had to take that call. That's a really important person. Believe me out there, that's a really important person to you and yours. Yeah, it's interesting. You see where it happens? Am I off the air or am I still here?
No, you're still there.
You're still there.
This is how it happens. I am not a conspiracy guy. I don't make shit up. This is accurate what we're talking about. This person I respect that person as much as the person that sent me the death ledger. I'm not a genius, but I try to tell the truth. I don't care. It costs me some money. I know guys like Lou help me hold on to my money. I got friends like Grace help me. I'm not too proud to sweep these fucking sidewalks, scrub these fucking ceilings. I'm not living like this. And I know you out there aren't either. And by the way, man, fuck them all. Fuck George Bush. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Gretchen Whitmer. Fuck, what was her name? Jennifer Granholm. Fuck Hillary. I don't really mean it that way. I mean, I'm with you all. This guy. I'm just a conduit to this guy.
And that guy.
Hey, copper! Power to the people. Power to the people. God bless America. Is that a Burberry? She's wearing a Burberry scarf, Karen.
Is it real?
Is it a mask?
Let me ask you, hold on.
Because a lot of times people do knockoffs.
Is that a Burberry? Oh.
Charlie, you should.
Well, listen. She looked at me like I was crazy, but Grace was in the background going, no.
See, Grace
can pick off a fucking real Burberry from 25 feet through a fucking plate glass window.
That is my sister in Burberry. I understand that. You can look at it, and if you have to ask, but Charlie, think about this. Pence his mic was hot. They were supposed to be loading in all this personal protection equipment. He was doing it for show. He didn't realize his mic was hot. They said, sir, those boxes are empty. He said, that's okay. Can I still do it for the camera? So this, to me, represents what a lot of this happens. Everybody wants to do stuff for show. Look at what we're doing, but we're not doing anything, but it looks good and it reads well.
It's true.
And at the end of the day, nothing happens.
It's true. And you know what? We're well aware of that with Trump and his stakes and his water. I mean, we've been doing that for 4 years, but it's the same on what we like to say, the other side. Mm-hmm. And then there's the real side. And by the way, all those brothers and sisters that speak Spanish and work in them slaughterhouses, I know them. I respect them. I would be them. And I know their bones are going to hurt in the grave, just like everybody else's, right? There's something bigger than us going on. And all we got to do is just be aware, be smart, not hate, respect the difference, and we can get somewhere. Or you can lay there and just take the easy way out. There's two sides.
Charlie,
two sides is too easy.
Things are different. It snowed today. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. They're talking about killer hornets coming. I mean, if you all think this is normal, it's not. So, I mean, there are normal. No, it's not. It shouldn't be.
It is. I mean, not the pandemic. I mean, not shutting down my job.
I'm saying there's
hornets and killer bees and snow in May.
There's a shift taking place, Charlie. There's a shift.
That's true. That's true.
That's my point. Things are as they should. You know, people say when we go back to normal, we shouldn't want it. Normal is what got us into this. We have freaking PSAs telling people to wash their hands. Who wasn't paying attention in kindergarten?
I say it again. When we go back to normal around here, because the normal around here is so abnormal, it's become normal. And that's when you put a fork in it. The news is what's exceptional. And what we settle for news here is the governor got some, what kind of glasses were those?
Oh, Cartier, yeah.
Listen, that
Cartier. That's the news, or is the news people are dying that you're responsible for? Which one?
But that's why it's easy not to hold people accountable. Because when she responded, "Oh, I'll see you at the cookout," that's cultural pandering. Don't do that, and don't buy into it. What has she done? There's a literacy bill sitting before her that nobody's talking about. Those are the things that are going to make a difference in your life, not whether or not this chick is going to pretend to show up at a cookout. Is
the governor going to fight the lawsuit that came on DPS, which says education is a basic American right? Is the state going to fight it? Or are they going to accept it? What you going to do, Gretch? I would suggest you accept it, because these children that we paraded getting these iPads aren't getting them till June, and you're going to repo them in December.
6 months. Yep,
it's over. School year's over. Nice press conference. And by the way, Chancellor Vitti, way to get it in this broke ass town.
Yeah.
But goddamn, I mean, when I just look at basically what you're telling me, this is bullshit. Get them now.
And that's the thing. But you've had some parents say, "Oh, well, you're passing our students anyway, so what difference does it make?" It makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference. Don't think that it doesn't. And that's the problem. That goes back to the pandering part. Okay, well, it does matter.
Well, it does go back to personal responsibility. You know, come on, parents. Let me, I'm not a liberal. Pick it up and do the best you can for your kid. Yeah, work with them through it. I went through my kid's math. I got it all wrong.
Charlie, this is the thing. While everybody's at home, this is that shift I'm talking about. People are spending time with their kids where they weren't able to do before. So this is an opportunity. Maybe, most of us couldn't do the homework with our kids. But what resources exist? What resources are there to help them? Certainly having access to an iPad or a laptop and internet service. You had the guy in charge of on this task force for DTE say he didn't realize there was a digital divide. What the hell? What do you mean? Where have you been? So
especially when DTE was the ones that managed the bids to wire up Detroit, and the mayor tanked it because mayor.
I remember.
I've got the documents.
Yep.
No. You can come on the show, broadcast, but I ain't buying. You got to answer. I treat you with respect, like I did the chief of police. But we all know it wasn't on the news. It was a crosstown chase with the Sunday Fun Day guys, helicopters and everything. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Was that on the news?
I don't know if it's on the news. I heard it from Drew and Mike. That's right. Drew and Mark.
That's definitely not the news.
It wasn't on the news, man.
Well, news on the news.
You know what you did? You kowtowed to them, and then they told you to fuck yourself. I told you to pay the cops. Been saying it for 10 fucking years. You took the raise away. Okay. I think I'm done. I'm done. We're done. Cut the show. Mark, play the music. I love you, man. Joey, love you. Karen, you're the voice of reason.
You don't love me either?
We love you.
I love you, Karen.
Thank you. Love you too.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Let me know when you decide.
I still like Thomas Jefferson. I mean, he was smart.
Whatever, Charlie.
I love you, girl.
You stay seated, Luke. No end of show flashing here.
Show me your butt, Luke.
Girl, I can't take you.
Tell me where the ass was pants.
Wait, Mark, what's that? What do you got going on there?
Cadillac assembly line. You want me to start it over?
Yeah.
Detroit, Michigan. Girl, I can't take you. I won't have to keep sending you out the ball. Detroit, Michigan. Girl, I can't take you. Hey, I'm going to Detroit, Michigan. Girl, you got to stay here behind. Gonna get me a job on the Cadillac assembly line. Little girl, if you be alright and keep your blue jeans zipped up tight, when I make my first check, I'll put you on the Delta jet.